Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for April 2018. I know I'm late. I apologize. I've just had a couple really rough days, and there was just no way I could read. So, um, that's that. That is out of my control. So, but we're here today, and maybe we're meant to be here today. Maybe it's meant to come out today. So. Let's see what's going on. So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, those intuitively guided. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for your beautiful subscribes, your likes, your beautiful comments, your beautiful donations. I just love you all so much. And yeah, I'm blessed. I'm definitely blessed. So thank you. You bless me. So thank you. Okay, so let's get into your reading. So we just want to calm our nerves, release our expectations, and just go with the flow. Remember, these are general, so they may not apply to all of you, or there may be snippets of information for you. I feel many times through my readings, though, there are certain elements, but yet I feel many of the things that come out are really for the masses. So I'm pretty confident you'll find your message in here. Okay, Scorpio. We're going to go ahead and shuffle for your cards. I'm going to take out 6 cards. 6 cards. Scorpio, please. We want to know what's going on. What do we need to know? What are we allowed to know? I have the 2 of Swords opening up your reading. So we open up the reading with a decision. Definitely a decision that, well, I guess, it doesn't have to affect your heart, but it does feel like a decision that's going to come from your heart. We have the 8 of Cups. Someone's thinking about walking away, or someone's wanting to start moving towards their own desires in life. 8 of Cups is about your desire. So for some reason at this point, I'm seeing, I'm really noticing the full moon. Both cards have a full moon. They actually look like they're both in partial or total eclipses. I'm even looking at the numbers 8 and 2, which would be 10, which would be a 1. So this is definitely about your decision. It doesn't feel like it's yours and someone else's, okay? I am babysitting a dog, or doggy sitting, so he may pop in. Look at this. We have the 2 of Pentacles. Wow. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 3 of Wands. Beautiful. And we have the 7 of Cups. So, boy, do we have decisions on the table. With the 7 of Cups here as your last card, this is about a lot of different options coming your way. And really being able to choose It's a 7, so it reminds me of the 7 of Pentacles, where like your seeds of intention are starting to show themselves, and maybe it's like one affirmation after another coming to you now. And we have 2 7s that are bookending the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, I feel that you are making that decision to go after your own desires. Okay? With the 2 of Pentacles here, for some of you, this is definitely going to be work related. Okay? Can even be moving for a job, that type of thing. And the 2 of Swords, I feel, is more about what does my heart want? You know, and I love that you have the 8 of Cups right next to that, because that's what I feel within this 2 of Swords. It's like, what does my heart want? Like someone is truly trying to figure out what they want on a soul level. And Scorpio, this is about you. There may be someone else in the picture, but right now, what I feel is, well, do you want to move on? You want to move up? And it's absolutely showing me that you do. You know, I'm looking at 2 swords too. And, you know, she's blindfolded. She's looking for serenity. She's looking for peace, calm. I feel that where she's at right now doesn't supply that. Maybe it used to. I feel that, you know, if this is you in this decision mode, I don't feel that you are under any illusion here. I feel like you know exactly what you want. And the question is whether I go for it or not. Now, with the 2 of Pentacles, that is mirroring that. So it tells me that with this move, with this action forward, some of it is related to a home, a job, finances. I don't feel a lack of, but I do feel that you may be thinking, how am I going to juggle all of this? Can I do this? Can I do what I truly desire, what I've been dreaming about, what I know my soul is calling me to do? Now, under the 2 swords, we have the 7 of swords, which is, can be, I should say, tricky energy. Can represent, well, I mean, the meaning, it can be a thief. But I don't feel like this person is stealing physical things. I feel like they're stealing your mental stability. Somehow they're affecting your mentality, without doubt. This can be an element of yourself, or this is an element of someone you're dealing with. I do have to say, though, I do feel like that what you're thinking is, how do I get away? How do I shouldn't say get away. How do I move on? I feel like you're trying to leave the least amount of destruction behind you. Well, You're coming from your heart, your beautiful heart. And you may be dealing with someone who, you know, this is air. And I'm not sure, but I don't feel this person. That's weird. So, you know, I was just going to put that Seven of Swords up here, which would be, again, right next to that Eight of Cups. So wanting to walk away from this energy. What I love, though, is right in the middle is the Three of Wands. So this is allowing optimism to come back into your heart, to come back into your mind. This is about taking a chance and basing it on faith. I don't know everything is going to happen along this new journey. But the one thing I do know is the more I'm able to remove those who remain in a lower energy, so do I. You know, this is somebody who wants so much more out of your life. And with the Three of Wands, it's showing me that you can have it. But it does require movement from you. You know, again, not a right or wrong. Do I want it or don't I want it? You can see the 5 ships coming in. So what I love about this deck, usually it's 3 ships. Well, this deck you get 5. And, you know, we can look at the 7 of Cups right after that, where you may have one, I hate to say, a limited belief of what can come to you. And I feel these 2 cards alone are showing you that there's so much more to life. There may be blessings that you're missing because you have lower energy around you. It can be your own energy. Remember that. You could be in this type of energy. I also feel for someone, this is like, I have paid my debt. My karma is paid. So there's a lot of different things moving you guys. Okay, let's put the second set of cards on top. And these are not clarifiers. These are part of the spread. And then we'll add clarifiers in. One more. So I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which would be a 3. 3 is normally, you know, well, it's a Holy Trinity. It's a joyful feeling. But yes, it can also mean a third party. Whether you have a third party or someone else has a third party, it can mean that. You know, there is a desire to walk away from someone, so for some of you, that may be the reason. So down here we have 14, 15, 16, 17, which would be an 8. Beautiful. So 8 is very spiritual, right? It's infinity. It's meant to be. So you are heading on a path that is part of your destiny, okay? I feel like this path may have been open for a little while. And I don't know, maybe your angels have downloaded a strength within you, a knowing. You may have asked your angels, those who have gone before you may have been asking, what do I do? What do I do? And if that's the case, your answer is to follow your desire, always. I feel like just for a few of you, you have got to find a way to get passion back in your life. Doesn't have to be a person. Remember that. Passion. Passion for anything. Passion for a love for what you do. Passion for a place, a job, a business. Okay, let's put the second level on. All right, we're going to look at the Two of Swords. All right, so I think I've got 3 cards. So I'm going to take all 3 here to put on top. We have the Five of Wands. Look at that. We have the Sun, Major Arcana. We have the King of Wands. Well, so the King of Wands is looking back at the Sun. Can be a Leo, by the way, and Wands, would be a fire sign. Doesn't have to be, of course. So I have this energy of fighting, of nothing getting solved. What you do, I do. You're going to do it, I'm going to do it better. That type of energy. And clearly, you want away from this. With the Sun sitting over the Eight of Cups, such a beautiful message. Such a confirmation that you are moving the right direction. I feel the Sun card is also about healing oneself. But it's also the energy of feeling like a kid again. Feeling like, well, I feel whatever this move is, toward your desire, it is going to just bring you a lot of happiness, period. It's going to bring you a lot of happiness. For some of you, you may be wondering if you should invite this King of Wands on this journey. Because this King of Wands is looking back at the Sun as like, I want to go too. Don't leave me behind. I have to say, there may be a few of you who are in a relationship, not a very good relationship, or a lot of stress, let's put it that way. And this King of Wands can certainly be someone outside of this partnership. Someone outside of the partnership that does make you feel young, that does bring you a sense of joy and a sense of freedom. All right, let's get the rest of our cards and fine-tune this. All right, so let's look at the Seven of Swords. What's going to come out for Seven of Swords? Hello, Fool. I think it's a beautiful omen. It makes me want to say, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's coming out on the Seven of Swords. And yes, this card has a lot of different meanings in a lot of different decks. But boy, do I feel like what it's saying is someone wants to leave this energy. With the Two of Swords up here, This can also, you know, I felt healing. I felt with the sun that this was part of a healing process for you. And I feel like that's what the Fool's saying. I definitely feel like the Fool is comparing energy. Well, we can look at the two cards, see the difference in the energy. Happy-go-lucky. Everything I don't want to be. But I am. Just looking at how she got a flower in her hand. It's almost like, you know, and she's holding that flower back behind her. So I don't feel like looking for love is my main purpose, starting this new journey. I feel like I'm happy to have love come aboard if it's the real thing. What I'm really noticing is the sun up here. And I'm again noticing this King of Wands looking right at that sun. So this flower here, for some of you, could certainly be a love offering from this King of Wands. Can be now, right? This can be the choice. You know, I'm looking at your first two cards, which again are the Two of Swords and the Five of Wands, which equals up to a 7. Right below those two cards are the Seven of Swords and the Fool. The Fool is a 0. So I definitely know, for many of you, this is where your decision lies. We have the Queen of Wands. So we do have a couple on the board. But we have the Queen of Wands on the Three of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. Hello, fire. Scorpio. You have all the fire you need. You have all the passion. You know, this is also about intensity. This is about movement. Movement forward quickly. This can be a surprise because it comes in so quickly. It's coming over the Seven of Swords, or I'm sorry, the Seven of Cups. A lot of different options. Man. Queen of Wands is looking right at those wands. It's almost like this Queen of Wands, I'm going to bring this down a little bit. It's almost like the Queen of Wands is sending out these wands. And maybe to reach this king. We also look at that, we have the Seven of Swords again. And then we have the World card. Okay, well, can't be any clearer than that. So, this is definitely an ending to either this type of energy. I feel this one person in here may have a lot of anger in them. They may carry a lot of anger. And maybe that alone is the reason why you want to leave. You know, or maybe you should leave. I do see a difference in them. But nonetheless, the World card coming in between is definitely showing me an ending. Ending to what? The Seven of Swords. Okay, let's bring the clarifiers in. Excuse me, 1 second. I got to put you on hold. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we're going to bring the crystal vision in, and we're just going to clarify each card, each set of cards. Let's put it that way. So we're going to start with the Two of Swords and the Five of Wands. See if we can get a little deeper there. Okay. Two of Swords, Five of Wands. Two of Swords, Five of Wands. Yeah, it's funny because it looks like there's a lot of fighting going on, but not one thing is being resolved. We have the Four of Pentacles. This is definitely someone wanting to move on. Four of Pentacles tells me there might be a little fear about that. I do feel the reason why the Two of Pentacles is here is because part of this, for some of you, part of this non-movement may be financial. You could certainly be waiting for money to come in too. With the Seven of Cups below that, that could be very lucky energy. And it is showing me something coming in. Okay, well, let's look. Let's keep going. Anything else with the Four of Pentacles? With the Four of Pentacles, I have Justice, card of Libra. There's that Two of Pentacles again. The Nine of Cups. Doesn't surprise me at all. And look at that. There's a Three of Pentacles. Well, I just have to say, I feel like your finances are going to be increasing. Maybe by double. If you are waiting for an inheritance or even a settlement from your work, that type of thing, it feels like that is what's coming in very soon for you. I'm clearly seeing the decision of whether I move from the home that I'm in now. And I do feel like you'd be moving alone. But yet, love is not far behind. I can tell you one thing, Scorpio. There's many of you out there who have dreams and hopes. And for some reason, they've been halted. Whether it's due to another person or what have you. But I think what's going on here is I feel like you're having an awakening, so to speak. The real truth is coming. Your own truth is coming to you. Your own truth. I just feel like you're going to be very lucky this month. Not just this month, but I also feel, I feel even through the month of May. When I say lucky, does that mean go out and play lottery tickets? No. You can. That's up to you. You know, you can. I'm not going to say that. But you're definitely carrying some... Listen, it feels like you're having an energy shift. And through this energy shift, it's somehow amplifying your own desires. It's pushing them to the forefront instead of to the back. But this is meant to happen right now. So it almost feels like the universe is giving you a helping hand. You definitely are looking for your dreams, and they're out there. That's the thing. You just, I feel like I was fantasizing about them. I want them, but now I'm going after them. And you may say to yourself, there may be nothing out there for me, but I'm telling you, there is. I think there's a lot of things that are unseen right now, which makes me feel, especially with the sun here, that your feelings are being amplified, which to me means then we are on a path of intuition. This is our guidance. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look at the beautiful sun with the 8 of Cups. Look at that. I have the 10 of Cups. I have the Moon, card of Cancer. Could be Pisces. No, Pisces could be Cancer. I have the 2 of Cups, which certainly can represent soulmate energy. I have the 5 of Swords. And I have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. I don't know. It just seems so clear. It's almost too clear. So I feel that you know what I'm going to do? I want to look at just the moon. I want to see exactly what the moon is representing here for us. The moon is usually things that we don't know, secrets that have not been revealed, or secrets that have been revealed, things that come out, things that come out in the dark, It's also about moon cycles. 4 cups, okay. This is discontentment with one's life. This is boredom within one's life. Unsatisfaction. I want more. There's got to be more out there. This is daydreaming about possibly what's out there. I definitely feel like the moon and the 4 cups together is talking about stagnation. It's weird that I came up with that word for those 2 cards, but that's what came out. Stagnation. I feel like some of you are wondering, do I truly have a soulmate out there? Do I have a soulmate out there? And the answer is yes. It's showing me it right here. But what it also is showing me is for some, the walking away of a current relationship, maybe a marriage. Now listen, I don't advise you to walk away from a marriage, but if it is unhealthy for you, if it is not satisfying the way it was meant to be, if there's no longer love, then I do recommend it. know, marriage for better or for worse. Well, I think that depends what the worse is. Because in my world, you should love yourself enough where if someone is being, you know, you're getting a lot of swords. So if someone's being untrustworthy, if you know someone's cheating on you, or if they're treating you bad, you have every right to walk away. You have every right to walk away whenever you want. Religion or no religion. Because this is about your soul's journey. And I mean, I hate telling people to walk away from a marriage. I truly, truly do. And I'm not telling you to. I'm just seeing the energy of what used to be. I'm also noticing the 10 gone down to the 5. So, we're not the couple we used to be. Not at all. May not even be the couple that you had hoped. You know, for some, it may never have even gotten to that point. And with the 5 of Swords with the Moon, again, a truth coming out, whether it's your own truth or someone else's truth, that then moves you forward. I don't see any cards of like painful split up, so I don't feel like this is something you clearly have been thinking about. And I know what you want. You want a real soulmate, and you want the 10 of Cups. You want what your soul has come here for. And it's out there. So, we got to remember, what do we clarify? We're clarifying the 8 of Cups and the Sun. And isn't it funny? This is a nighttime card. This is in the middle of the night. But here's the Sun. What I dream about now becomes possible. What I'm longing for now becomes possible. Now's the time. This is the illumination that you've been looking for. You know, if you were asking your guides, what do I do? What do I do? Pay attention to the signs and then acknowledge them. If you're not sure, hey, was that a sign? Ask. Hey, I'm not sure if that was a sign. Can you send me another sign? Sure. Okay. So, this lets me know that what you're longing for, what you want, what you're dreaming for is out there. It's all possible. Do you have enough desire within yourself to go after it? Soulmate energy is out there. A 10 of Cups is out there. And it's coming over the Sun. So this is illumination to the fact that what you want, you know, if this is what you're looking for, and who's not? To a point, right? Eventually, we want this in our life. It's out there. Okay, let's look at the 2 Pentacles and this King. I'm really curious with this King of Wands. Tell me more about the 2 Pentacles and the King of Wands. let me tell you, that's a passionate type of person. Hello, Scorpio. Oh, I'm sorry. It's way too many cards, but look at the sun. We have death, and then we have the sun. There's that King of Wands again. King of Swords. The Hermit. And the Wheel. Well, it's called the Wheel of Fortune in this deck. Okay. What mirrors each other is the Death card and the King of Swords. So, I feel like there is an ending with one of these kings. The King of Wands, perhaps, because the Death card did come out on this King of Wands. And it's showing right next to it again. So for some of you, you are letting go of a fire sign. Or they have fire in their chart. Can be Leo. And what it looks like is then this King of Swords is coming in. You know, because the wheel is falling under him. So there's movement here. I have the Hermit, which is a card of Virgo. But I feel like this is more about, you know, we started with the Two of Swords. So we weren't looking outward for our answers. We were looking inward. Same as with the Hermit. You know, where I felt that your ancestors, your angels, were giving you some type of a download to help you move towards this desire. For some of you, you have found this through meditation. And then I just have to say, for some of you, I do feel like you are connected to a Virgo. And I feel that will also go forward. I'm going to take one card after the wheel. I always like to know where we're going. The Two of Wands. Wow, so we have the Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and now the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is movement. I feel like the King of Wands we're saying goodbye to. Now, again, it doesn't have to be a fire sign. And by the way, you would already know this and already desire this. I just feel like perhaps if there's not someone else in the picture for you, there's going to be. You know, it shows me you starting this path. This can certainly be destiny. What the wheel represents is the highs and lows, the ebbs and flows of life. And even when we're at the bottom, when we feel like there's no hope, we're standing on pure strength. Always. It's the realization that even when we're down here, if we go with the flow of life, it will move us, right? Because it is about experiences. If we do nothing but sit at home and don't make choices, our energy doesn't evolve. Our soul doesn't evolve. This is movement. starting alone, but that's okay. You're not ending alone. And listen, maybe you need a little adventure in your life before the soulmate love comes together. Maybe you need some adventure. This could certainly be out traveling, doing things that you have been wanting to do. This could be another reason why we're waiting for finances. But, you know, again, I feel like you're just going to be lucky in that department. And, you know, whether you're manifesting it to yourself, maybe this is what you're doing. You're learning how quickly you can manifest. Some people feel like, you know, you have to plant that seed of attention and then wait 10 years. Well, for some things, yes. But for many things, no. I've seen it in my own readings time and time and time again. How quickly we can manifest. It's a completely different energy. All right, I just want to take a card on the Death card. And look at this, the Ten of Wands. So, although this does represent you, it's also telling me that the journey that you've been on is coming to an end. We have the World card, right? We have the World card. It says letting one part of our journey end so another can begin. We can't stand in place. This is also showing me that there was purpose. You've learned a lot. Could have been in the last 10 years. Probably 9. I don't know why, but it's just what wanted to come out of my mouth. But you've learned a lot. And you're taking all this experience with you. You're heading to the sun. You're heading for the sun. Whether this is self-work that this journey you've been on. You know, learning. I needed to learn what I can accept and what I cannot accept. For some of you, this is about learning how to put yourself first. Because Scorpio, you of all people, need to learn that. You love so deeply, but you also fall in love very quickly. You're willing to give your heart, sometimes too quickly. Now, of course, not all Scorpios. I know that. I was married to a Scorpio. So I know the shadow side also. But we all have that. We all have a shadow side and a light. Depends what we want to operate out of. So clear endings. Not just clear endings, but what it's showing me with the Death card is if I just allow what wants to end, without putting out so much resistance or getting so caught up in my mind, my life would flow so easily. And maybe that's where you're getting a lot of swords. Maybe you're in your head, or you were in your head, but it's changing. I love that. So, I mean, I can't help but say the King of Wands might have to go. I can't help it. It's just showing it to me over and over again. And it's like asking for a sign from the universe, right? They're like, how many signs do you want? Now, if this is not a fire sign for you, this, again, could be someone who has an anger problem. Because I am feeling that, like someone, you know, it could be you, but I don't think I mean, you may have become angry, but I feel like there's a root of anger within another person that you've had to deal with, but not anymore. If nothing else, the universe is going to illuminate a path for you. It's going to illuminate something that triggers you to want to move forward. Your soul doesn't want to stay in this type of relationship, maybe for a little bit, right, to learn the lesson. But after that, no, 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 go, go, go. Okay, let's look at the Seven of Swords and the Fool. And I almost don't have to. Well, I feel like that is the answer there, but let's see. Look at that. Look at that. So we have the Fool on top of the Fool over the Seven of Swords. You know, for some of you, you're going on a spiritual walk. You're going on a spiritual journey. This is about letting your hair down. This is about going with the flow. This is about getting rid of those cobwebs in your brain, in your mind. This is about being the way you used to be. Being yourself again. I mean, I knew I didn't need to clarify it. But I think Spirit was pretty good at showing us, right? The Fool on top of the Fool. So it's also telling you, don't take your baggage with you. Like, do not take your baggage with you. It has no place in your future. No place. It may be talking about taking on a new type of attitude. There's nothing I can't do. I can do everything. You know, he's doing this Superman pose. And, you know, when this card comes out, I think it's important we notice that, because the Superman pose opens up. It just opens you up. It tells the world that you're ready. Okay, very interesting. Let's go to the Queen of Wands, who is sitting on the Three of Wands. Now, this Queen of Wands is probably you, because when we look at the tarot, yes, it represents people, but elements of people, like elements within them. So this could now be the passion starting to stir within you. You know, I have this black cat, and the black cat represents to me intuition. I don't know why, but it does. And she's looking right down at that cat. Somebody out there wants this bad. Someone out there is really starting to see that their life can completely open up if they let it. I feel like April and May, and I don't know why I keep adding May in. I feel like it is your month, Scorpio, to, or those intuitively guided, to no longer put your desires on the back seat. Not with the Queen of Wands. I feel like Queen of Wands is like, I've gotten a peek at my destiny. Remember, we had the wheel all too. I've gotten a peek. I've gotten a feel. I've gotten a sign. I've gotten enough to move me forward. You know, she's sitting next to the Seven of Swords, which clearly we're being told to let go of. She's looking in a different direction. So she's not looking back. She's looking to the future. Okay. Page of Cups. How was she able to move forward? She put herself first. She took the time to understand herself. She took the time to understand, or him, male or female. This is understanding our inner workings, so to speak. So I can learn to put me first again. It is what everyone wants. And I mean all the angels, all your soul family, source. It is always about you first. This is healing over yourself. This is healing of oneself. I often feel there's a reason, though, within the Page of Cups. Because a greater love is coming my way. But if I don't learn how to control and love who I am, I'm going to fall in a trap. I'm going to sabotage. I'm going to self-sabotage myself. So I feel like what Spirit's saying is take time to fall in love with yourself. You don't like your face? Love your feet. You may not like it, but someone else out there is going to love it. And we got to remember that. We can look in the mirror and be like, ugh, yuck. But someone else is going to come along, and be like, well, hi, baby. Hi, beautiful. You have the cutest face I've ever seen. Right? And you're like, what? None of it even matters in the long run. Because looks may bring someone in the door, but they're not going to keep them. Vice versa. I don't know why I brought the king there. Because it's not hi, baby to him. It's bye, baby. Okay, so we're starting with self-love, but it's preparing us. It's preparing us for, well, probably soulmate. All right, I'm going to take another one. I definitely see self-healing, though. And what do I mean by self-healing? I mean that you are taking an active part in, especially with the Hermit that came up, right? An active part in many different things. Like, why do I always find myself in certain types of relationship? It's your energy. It's allowing a lower energy to, or you may have many people around you who vibrate at a lower energy. They will bring you down to their energy. Like attracts like. So if you raise your vibration, I swear, the negative falls away. I feel like it's much deeper for you, though. Like, I feel like this is somewhat of awakening here. Okay, so tell us some more. I have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. So what does the Queen of Pentacles tells us? Queen of Pentacles asks us to pay attention to details. Don't get crazy with them. But that sometimes the answers are in the details. Queen of Pentacles talks about a very strong, stable energy. But she does not need to be in the forefront. Much like the Queen of Wands, who absolutely loves to be in the forefront. The Queen of Pentacles is the opposite. And of course, that's not all Queen of Pentacles, but, well, it's a lot of them. You know, I mean, it is. It's a lot of them, because I read for a lot of Virgos. I read for a lot of Tauruses. Well, I read for all of them. And very capable of running a business. This is about the strength within yourself. You know, what do I think the Queen of Pentacles is best at? She's best at knowing her strengths and executing them. This part of your journey is about you being grounded also. And Scorpio, you need to ground yourself. Especially if love is coming in. Ground yourself. Keep yourself grounded. Keeping yourself grounded helps with so many things. Not just your state of mind, but also your well-being. You know, and this Queen of Pentacles, I'm thinking how, again, you know, she can do the work of the king, but she doesn't need to take all the credit. I think of the Queen of Pentacles and I think of a business. And if you removed her, the business could fall apart. I feel, Scorpio, that really what the Queen of Pentacles is doing here is asking you to take on her energy. Now, for some of you, this Queen of Pentacles will be someone who's coming in, because it is coming in after you have calmed your own energy. Let's take one more in that. Well, hello. King of Pentacles. I mean, you guys know, right? This king comes out almost in every reading. Sometimes I think he's following me. I am seeing a King of Pentacles. I think he's peeking in on our readings sometimes. But I have a couple here. A very grounded couple. You know, I'm getting an image of, how do I say this? Like, the two of you it's almost like living off the land. We may have a farmer here. I don't know. I want to take one more. I love that we came up as a couple here. So remember, I started on my own. I started because of self-love and understanding what I don't have to live with, right? If there's not respect in my relationship, then what do I have? Spirit is, I don't know, it's like spoon feeding you direction. Only to help you move to what you really want. Okay. And again, it's like when the movement happens, bam, everything starts to happen. All these options start to come in. It's like all your affirmations, maybe even some of your blessings are like coming in, you know, and maybe some of these blessings had to be held back because they would have been, someone else would have taken them, used them, abused abuse them. And they're meant for you. So there was a halt. But now you're having more of an understanding. And it's like the universe is opening up the floodgate to your blessings. These are yours, though. Remember that. Okay. So, whoa, I just got a lot of cards. I have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles could be your guardian angel. Guardian angel watching over you. Knight of Pentacles is about a slow and steady pace. You know, this isn't movement that is stopped. It's a slow and steady pace. And sometimes that's how we get our stability. So this could certainly mean that you've been waiting. You've been waiting to do this. You've been waiting to make this move. You've been waiting for the guts. You've been waiting for the signs. I don't feel you're necessarily waiting for a particular person. Perhaps some of you are. But on, you know, in general, I feel this is more about needing to go through what you went through. Because, listen, you're going to use that wisdom later in life or in another life. Okay. Okay, we're going to put him up here. I have, look at that. I have the Seven of Cups again. Strength. Beautiful. Another card of Leo. Another major arcana. And the Queen of Cups. Well, there you are in all your glory. I feel like I must have an earth sign watching. Someone who was guided here. Definitely I feel like you're an earth sign, and I do feel like this is another earth sign that is on your path. You know, here it may have already come in. But let me tell you something. I feel like this person opens up your heart. And you them. I feel like this is about fortitude, sticking with it. You know, sticking with those meditations, sticking with those walks every day, sticking with whatever you're doing that is equalizing you within. It's opening up your heart is what it's doing, Scorpio. Or whoever this message is for, it's opening up your heart. I feel like if it would have, you know, why has it been slow and steady? Well, I do feel like for some of you, this is just part of your soul contract, was learning this lesson, learning how to be around lower energy, but then moving myself out of it, not accepting it, not putting myself last, putting myself first, and not in a selfish way. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so now we're going to look at the Seven of Cups, and we had the Eight of Wands came out with that. We had the Seven of Swords that came out with that, and then we had the World card. I believe that's the order they came out. So let's see what else we can get out of this. You know, I just want to say, I feel like this is also saying to me that if we don't make movement, because this is a 0, if we don't make movement, all stays the same. Nothing changes. So if I'm waiting for someone else to change, maybe I should go on my merry way, and then if they change, then they can contact me. This is about not waiting around, not trying to fix someone else. But I'm definitely feeling that energy. If I do nothing, then nothing changes. There's no judgment there. You know, it's completely always up to you. Don't ever think you're stuck. There is always a way out. And let me tell you something. I have been through it all. So when somebody says to me, yeah, well, tell me how to get away from an abusive, cheating prick. It can't be done. Well, it can be done. I was in a very abusive relationship for 5 years. 5 years. And listen, I left. He'd come find me. I'd leave. He'd climb a tree, break into my house. I mean, 5 years. But I never gave up hope. I never allowed myself to think that that would be my life. I knew it was temporary until I could free myself. And I had 2 children. I've been through too many deaths. Close, loving, my son, my sister, my brother, my mother, my father. Just to name a few. I can stay in that energy, or I can be proactive. There is never a reason to stay with something that does not serve your highest good. But that has to be your choice. Okay. What was I doing here? Okay, so we're going to look at this group. Let's see, I got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 32, 42, 43, which then equals a 7. Hello. Okay. Alright, so what else can you tell us here? Tell us more about the world and what's going on afterwards, if you can. That's what I'd really like to hear. After this new path opens up, what is next? You have the 6 of Swords on that, which is beautiful energy. You know, this is about things looking up. You know, I don't have, I don't know, when I see the 6 of Swords, when I feel the energy of the 6 of Swords, I know that I'm following my intuition. I know that not all things have been solved within my mind, so to speak, but I know enough now. I feel enough. I feel the universe's direction. I feel the pull. I'm willing to set down the swords so my life can get better. And by the way, it's just the beginning point of getting better and better and better. So, this is about moving on, no doubt. And listen, it doesn't have to be from a person. This is about moving towards the things and the people and the lifestyle that you want. You know, she's walking away. She's in a very cold place, and you can see how the coldness is starting to seep into her dress. If she doesn't move out of this soon, she's going to become part of this landscape. It will consume her. She herself will then become cold. But this is not who you are. But nonetheless, if there's no movement, it will turn you then into someone who is cold. Turn you into someone who is lower energy. This is the opportunity to get out of it. Whatever it is, a person, a situation, a job, it's just about taking control of your own life. And know that you're not doing it alone. I don't know, guys. You're getting a lot of devil cards. The World card, twice. And the same area. Listen. If you allow what needs to end, look, I mean, I don't know. You know, also, when I think of the World card, I know it's an ending, right? But it's an ending so something new can begin. And when you go into the chapter of the world, I feel you're going into the most spiritual time of your life. And when you're in a spiritual time, you can't help but absorb a beautiful energy that can truly change you. This is an exciting journey. I mean, truly. And there is no doubt in my mind that you're meant to do this. Whatever your desire is being illuminated for you. Let's take one more. And by the way, I see the big pentacle around her neck, so I feel like what it's telling me also within this next chapter, your finances are going to be just fine. It's, you know, it's peacefulness. You know, she's doing yoga, a yoga pose. It's a message to us about how to really receive balance. Holy shit. Well, if you've been following me a while, you know the Four of Wands is my favorite card when it comes to love. Soulmate energy? Oh yeah, you better believe it. You know, I have the Magician standing next to them. So it's telling me that you're ready. You know, the Magician's job is to show us how we're ready for any journey. But he's standing front and center, next to the Four of Swords. I'm sorry, the Four of Wands. I mean, just put yourself on that horse. Or put yourself standing beside the woman on the horse. She's on a white horse of purity. Doesn't mean that she's all pure, right? But in her heart she is. I feel like it's his horse, though. So it's showing me, when I'm thinking of purity, what I'm really thinking of here is two people who are on the same spiritual growth. I feel like you'll find a lot of commonalities. Is that a word? Commonalities together. This may be one way that you'll know. I feel, you know, the struggles you had in their life, they've had in their life. Doesn't have to look exactly the same. I almost feel like it's two people coming to heal each other. Can you see, Scorpio, where your reading has taken you? And where it all starts. got to believe that I can have this. I got to know without a shadow of doubt that this is me. That this is what I'm walking towards. That this is what Spirit wants me to do. This is definitely like attracting like. I mean, look at where we started and look where we end up. It all started with you and your intuition. So if you're wondering, do I do this? Do I make this change? And your gut is telling you to do it, now is the time. If you choose. But I wouldn't put it off. I mean, I wouldn't put it off. Do you know this person's coming? Probably not, because many of you haven't entered into this chapter yet. So don't go blowing it by saying, it's never coming. It's never going to come for me. That's because you believe that because of the energy you've been around. You've been around these lower energy, I hate to say lower energy people. I don't think I'm saying it right. But nonetheless, you've been surrounding yourself with lower energy. And it cannot help but to affect you. Can you have this? Yes. Sometimes change your friends. You know, if you have people around you who you know are operating at a lower energy and, you know, you're hanging out with them or whatever the case, just know that that will wear off on you. Can your higher energy wear off on them? Sure. But probably not. People are people. You know, when you know better, you do better. Man, I love this. I mean, the world. The world. With the Two of Cups. Definitely soulmate energy. Definitely soulmate energy. I'm telling you, I just love this card. I feel the energy of this card, and it feels so magical to me. So if that is your desire, please don't give up on that, okay? All right, let's take... All right, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pick these all up, and we're going to do a final clarification. And I think I'm going to use the Illuminato. Let me just put everything else away. All right. Just going to give it one more cut. Okay, final clarification for Scorpio and those intuitively guided. Especially for those who've been following the channel. I really want them to receive their messages. We have the Empress. Number 3, by the way. We have the Prince of Swords. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the Star. Possible Aquarius. Empress, you know, could be Aries, Taurus. But it could be water, too. I don't know. With the Queen of Pentacles again. We have the Queen of Swords. This is her first time out. And we have the 5 of Swords. Okay, so part of this is for stability. You're looking for stability within your life. I feel like for some of you, I do feel like you've been with someone, or the thought of being with someone for such a long time that you're having a hard time of moving away from that. I'm definitely feeling that if that's you, listen, continue to move on with your life. And if there's someone that you want to come back, if they're meant to come back, they will come back. But you're not meant to sit there and do nothing while you're waiting. Okay? Just get the word waiting out of your vocabulary as it talks about love. This is about continuing on your path no matter what. You have very strong energy here. You have the 3 queens here. Well, you have the Empress, but, the Empress, I feel like, are the 3 queens themselves, or all the queens. The highest. So it's like she's sitting at the head of the table here. And she's talking about your dreams coming true. About what you want to manifest. Star is about manifesting. Nothing too big, nothing too small. Don't limit yourself. Really, don't limit yourself. If you are trying to manifest a mansion, let's say, and right now you live in the inner city, can that happen? Absolutely, it can happen. But the word of the universe is, it's not about waiting for the universe to bring you anything. It's about knowing that you have the ability to go get it. It's out there waiting. That's how we manifest. Sometimes it comes directly to us, and sometimes it is about the journey of getting there. So don't limit yourself on the type of love you can have, the type of life you can have. Especially with the Empress. So I feel like here, again, it is about leaving something behind, okay? Especially with the 5 of Swords, because you are leaving something behind. You are walking away somewhat the victor, right? It's not easy to walk away here. But it's almost like you have to. Because nothing changes. Sometimes it's just leaving, I have to leave certain people behind. Not because I don't love them or anything, but I have a different direction I need to go right now. This can also be about being in our ego. It doesn't have to be you. It can be someone else who lives within their ego. And that never brings victory. It brings short-term victory. But let's not forget, you had the 6 of Swords. So it does tell me that the majority of you are walking away from this energy. Whether this be family, friends, bosses, lovers, it doesn't matter. It's energy that puts you at defense. It makes you defensive. Probably brings you anxiety. You don't need it anymore. It doesn't, and look, it's an extra card. It's like it doesn't even fit, right? It doesn't fit. It's like it's supposed to go away. Let's put it over there. Okay. A few of you may be hearing some hard truth in the month of April about someone you care about, someone that you thought you were going to have a romantic relationship with. You're either going to tell them the truth, or they're going to tell you, or you're going to hear the truth. You know, for some of you, I know what you're doing. You're focusing so hard on someone that you lost. You are even imagining their lives and what they're doing and who they're with. You're driving yourself crazy, is what you're doing. And I do feel that you are allowing yourself to imagine everything. You're imagining them making love to someone else. And what you're doing is you're hurting yourself over and over and over again. You're stuck in it. I feel like you really just need to shout to your angels, relieve me of this. And I feel you will be. With the star under the Empress, you know, some of you who want to be pregnant, this is definitely energy for that. Some of you may be pregnant. And, you know, I often feel when I see the star and the Empress together that this has to do with pregnancy. I feel that your baby is probably going to be very intuitive. You know, babies are very intuitive to start with. I should say psychic. Maybe they'll even be mediums. I definitely feel that someone is having a child who will see dead people. I don't know how to say it. Who has medium qualities, okay? Mediumship qualities. And listen, some of you, you may have very young children right now and you're experiencing that. I feel like let them shine. Let them shine. You know, this Queen of Swords is coming below this Five of Cups. Look how her sword is kind of piercing this card, right? There's nobody better of letting someone go than the Queen of Swords. She lives and dies for the truth. She doesn't live in a world of half-truths. This may be even you just awakening to your own truth about what you are doing. The energy you're creating for yourself that's not serving you. I can definitely see you need to let that go. Do you have to let the person go? Well, not if you don't want to. But don't stop living your life here, because your imagination is going to drag you down. It's already dragged you down. Okay? For some of you, you're in that energy right now. I want to look at the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords together. I have to tell you, all the queens are very abundant. The High Priestess came out on the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords. This is your spiritual team. Yeah, and that's what I feel. I feel like, even though it's, yeah, the High Priestess herself, I feel like it's a whole spiritual team within this card right now, coming down on that Five of Cups. You know within that you're hurting yourself. Your loved ones who have gone before you don't want you to do that, don't want you to live in that energy. They want you to be happy, and you're not. Let them wonder who you're with. What are you doing? Don't pay attention to that. I shouldn't have said that, because that feels like a game, and I don't think games should be played. Anyway, This is your soul family, trying to illuminate that for you. All right, let's take one card on the Empress and the Star. Or two. Look at that, the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. So, I don't know. If you're worried about, you know, this can be the worry of losing a home, being thrown out in the cold, right? Like as soon as I tell them that I no longer love them, bam, they're going to throw me out. Well, if you're worried about that, be like the Queen of Pentacles. Have a plan in place. That may be what she's here for. Just have a plan in place. And have a backup plan. Put money aside. You know, Queen of Pentacles would find her way out. I feel like that is some of your fear. I'm going to take one more on that. The King of Cups. So for some of you, you could certainly be worried. You could certainly be worried about getting in another relationship. Are you prepared to be in a different type of relationship? Are you prepared to give everything? Yes, I know you are. Are you prepared to receive? Scorpios, I love you so much, but you do tend to give, even when you're not receiving back. But can I say that this whole journey feels like it was about self-love, not only, so that your dreams can come true? You know, it has to start with you. There's no way around it. All right. I have the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, and I really didn't even name a card. So we're just going to take this as an extra message. So someone may be berating you about the work that you do. You know, the Eight of Pentacles is about hard work. But you're passionate about this work. I also feel the Eight of Pentacles is a great card when I am so in my head. It reminds me to find a passion, to preoccupy my mind with something else. If you want to start a business, you know, you don't have the finances yet. Well, start the business plan. Get the ideas rolling. Write them down. You don't have to wait for the money. Sometimes you make the plan and bam, the money shows. Seven of Wands over this, so. You know, I don't know why, but I feel like some of you have a spiritual-based business, and whether it's your family or friends, I feel they don't take you serious, and it's a shame because they should. But look at the person in the Eight of Swords, or the Eight of Pentacles. He's not even fazed by it, right? So if I keep myself concentrated on what makes me happy, what brings me growth, then other people really can't affect me. They can throw those daggers all they want, but it's not affecting him at all. Not at all. I don't know. You know, because I'm feeling you're so lucky. I don't know. I don't know what gold is right now. I don't know if it's a smart idea to buy gold. But I feel like it. I do. For some of you, I feel like if you're looking to make an investment, maybe just look into precious metals. But, I mean, hello gold, right? This may help set you up for later years. I have no clue about the stock market. Well, I mean, I have a little clue. You know, I have a few stocks, but just look into it. I know I am. After this reading, I'm going to look up to see what gold is right now. How's it been fluctuating? I don't know, depending, but I don't really have the money to buy any, but who knows? Maybe even a little nugget. I don't know, guys. Okay, so that was on, oh, that was extra. All right, so again, let's look at the Queen and the Prince of Swords. Look at that, we have the Prince of Cups. Well, my friend, that is an offer coming your way. This is the potential of love coming your way. I say potential because it's going to be up to you. You know, you may not accept it. You may not be ready for it. But I think you will be. By the way, he's on a white horse. You know, and this could be you making an offer to someone else. Like getting those guts, right? Someone you have been afraid to. Especially coming out in the Prince of Swords. It's like he's bringing the truth about love to someone. Take one more. Got to do the Queen. Third time the Fools come out. The Hangman. I feel like you've been in hangman mode. I feel like for some of you, I feel like you've gone from a very high anxious state. I do feel like you found a way to calm you down, and now I feel like you are seeking actual wisdom, you know, about your material world. Maybe you are making a business plan here, or an escape plan. I have the Prince of Wands next to the Nine of Pentacles. Hello, successful self-employment. If this is the journey you've been wanting to take, you have the Fool. To me, when the Fool shows up, it's like, go for it. Go for it. The Hangman. So you have the Fool, and then you have the Hangman. And I feel like what this is saying here is, you know, don't jump too quickly. Have plans in place. Think things through, but think them through with a logical mind. And your intuition, bring them together. So it's not about how fast can I get there, how fast can I move. This is about moving wisely, moving with plans in place. So I'm not just running out of a house. No clue where I'm going, no money, no clothes, nothing. I'm going to regret that decision. Then you have the Princess of Wands. And I feel like she's saying, okay, now's the time. You know, if you don't have your own business, you know, I feel some of you are in a spiritual based business, and this is just about you putting more time. You know, my God, it's probably this message is probably for me, but I feel like it's about putting more time into it. Putting more belief into it. You may be doubting yourself. You know, maybe you read cards and you doubt yourself. I know I did in the beginning. I don't doubt myself anymore. But I did in the beginning. So that comes through experience, right? And that's exactly what the Nine of Pentacles is about, the experience, how I got to this point, and success now follows. So I've been proactive. I know I get this all the time, but if you are looking to start a business, have a plan in place, have the gusto to go after it, then put your plan in place. Make sure you feel grounded within that decision. Then it's about action. And I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is coming out to say, listen, if you can take these logical steps, you will be successful. You will be successful. And I love this coming out in the Queen of Pentacles. So if this has anything to do about jobs, businesses, man, I know you're going to be successful. All right, let's take one more. I know. I was just going to end it, and I'm like, wait, I want to take one more after the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to see if I can get just a little more out of there. By the way, I'm noticing how she's holding the owl, which is a symbol of wisdom, right? So a 9 is about the journey. So have you gained anything? Yes. Wisdom. Wisdom that's going to come back to help you. Okay, anything else here? I really want one more card after the Nine of Pentacles. Dang it. I got a lot of cards. Okay, but we're going to take them. Hello. Unconditional love. Self-love. Love of another. Love of my life. Ten of Swords. Listen, with the Fool coming out as many times as it did, sure, it's showing us the pain, the heartache, the trickery, all of that. But it's not, you're not meant to live within it. Some of our best growth comes from our hardest times. I know that. You know that too. If you think back, you know that. I have Justice. Beautiful. Card of Libra. But she's coming over this Ten of Swords. I feel like she's saying this Ten of Swords will not exist in your new life. How's your energy? How are you vibrating? Jeez. Eight of Wands. And look what it's going into. The Four of Wands. Again, the two exact same cards. Brought to you by Justice. So she's clearly showing healing over this, if I allow it. Spiritual help over this. My past. I can't frown upon everything here because this is my life, right? This was a big part of my life. And yeah, I am the one with all the swords in my back. But did I allow these swords? Probably in the beginning I didn't know. I didn't know what I was accepting. But down the road you do. So sometimes you just have to look at that. And sometimes you have to look at these swords as what will become your wisdom. Fair or not fair. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But it's not about fair or not fair. It's about the cycle of life. The cycle of our soul. Wants to go away. Unconditional love. Justice. Helping you to clear those 10 swords. To to understand them better. I do feel like she's somewhat putting a stop to moving forward until I can look at them and forgive and let go. You have the Four of Wands again with the Ace of Cups. Please believe that this can be yours and is rightfully yours. But you have to take action. You have to listen to the signs. You have to ask for signs. Ask for help. What you can't figure out on your own, ask Source. Hand it over to Source. You know, I feel like it's my sister right now. And she's a Libra. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about her, Tracy. And I often feel her energy. And I'll be honest, I feel like she is bringing us this message right now. And I feel like she's bringing it so I believe it, so you believe it. There is nothing too big that you cannot have. Get living, man. That's what it feels like. Get living. Get living. And it's probably even a little message to me. Thanks, Tracy. But why? Why does she want us to get living, get moving? So you can have your dream. So that you can know that there are relationships out there that are made of unconditional love. They're out there. Maybe not in your past, but that does not mean they're not in your future. Bring your vibration up, and everything will come to meet you. Remember that. Oh, look, I had another card here. Judgment. Hello. Hello. You know, I love the Judgment card in this deck because I feel like it is your whole soul family watching over you, protecting you, helping you. But look how they're calling to them, right? The trumpet comes out. And they're rejoicing over that. This is about ancestors and their help in our lives. Don't ever be afraid to call out. I talk to my son all the time now. You guys know I talk to my sister all the time. I always ask them for help when I feel like I need help. Matter of fact, I know it is because of them that I was able to do this reading today. Because I'm telling you, I was so down the last 2 days, I barely got out of bed. But today, I knew. I woke up and I knew I had to do this reading. I didn't have to. I don't mean it that way. I was called to do it. I asked for their help. I told them how much I was missing them. I asked for peace of mind and knowing without doubt that they're okay. And they are. And here I am doing a reading after spending 2 days in bed. So, thank you. I just got chills all over me. I don't know, Scorpio, this is quite Beautiful. You know, it is an up and down type of reading, but that's life. That is life. It doesn't matter though. I mean, look how many, you know, look how many times you got the World. Look how many times, you know, you got the Four of Wands, you know, with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Do not think that you cannot have it all. That's a limited belief. Change your beliefs and your life changes with it. Good or bad. Okay. Man, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm giving you a speech. I'm sorry. Look at my candle though. Oh, you guys can't see it. Look at that. It's just like, what do they call that? Like Mandela goes around. I don't know. I feel like it's Morse code. I don't know. It's probably just the battery dying. But it just started happening, which is really strange. Okay, guys, I love you so much. I just love your hearts. Oh, I love you so much. Go out there and get them. Don't forget, I also feel like you're running into some real luck. You know, do with that what you want, okay? But if nothing else, it's talking about your luck changing, your energy changing. The energy for you is changing. I can't wait to hear your comments when this comes in. And I know 5 are going to say, it's never going to come, it's never going to come. And 1 or 2 are going to say, you won't believe what just came into my life. If you read my comments, you'll see it all the time. I don't believe, holy crap, you should see what came in my life. 2 different energies, right? 2 different people vibrating on a different energy level. I don't believe. I believe. And so I fly. I love you, Scorpio. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for being patient. I truly appreciate it. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye.